Hello. It's a day today. It's a beautiful day, and in this moment, in this time, we are simply here to celebrate the divine of you, the divine of we, the divinity that is within each and every one you see. There is a space within each of you, a space of creativity, a space of endless possibility. It is the space that ignites worlds, you see, the space that created the galaxies, the space of energy that exists within each and every one of you. Now, some may say that's a bit of an out there point of view, but in truth, it's not. Trust us when we say we know more than you. Trust us when we say we understand from a different point of view. We understand what is absolutely true. All comes from one source of energy. Whether you believe it to be God, whether you believe it to be Allah, whether you believe it is the universe, whether you believe it is the source, or you call it the creator, or you have no clue. Whether you think it all began with an atom, that too is true. Your beliefs are fundamental in who you have become to be, but most importantly, your beliefs help form the creativity. Your beliefs ignite a force within you. Your belief tells you what is true. And interestingly, if it's true for you, it's true. If it's true for them, it's true. Yet, if you put the two together, they do not come together easily. If you put the thought together, they do not fall into synchronicity. But interestingly, with each and every one of you, the most important thing for you to hear, and the most important thing that is true, you are the creator, my dear. You are the divine. You are God in motion, you see. You are God experiencing. Did you hear that word? Experiencing. You are God experiencing. You were created specifically to experience life as you. No one else can do. No one else can be you. You are here specifically created to experience life as you. Did you hear that? That is something no one else can do. So we're going to ask you, and we really want you to think about this. We really want you to think before you answer this through. If you are the only one who can do you, why do you listen to what others tell you to do? Why? Granted, we understand there are some rules you have to follow when you're part of a society. That's one thing. But so many of you look to others to validate you. So many of you listen to who others tell you should be. So many of you. Our M.E. has been in the awareness of we since she was the age of 3. She's now 59. 56 years. She committed on a mountaintop 8 years ago. 8 years ago. To allowing herself to step fully into the gift that she was told was hers when she was 3 years old. And the rest of her time between 3 and 51, you see, the rest of that time, for 48 years, she tried to be who others told her to be. She tried to do what others told her to do. And to be honest with each of you, not very successfully. How many else have had that experiencing? How many else out there watching us speak feel as if nobody sees me? Feels as if I fail endlessly. First, let us tell you, if somebody else tells you who you should be and it's not who you were born to be, you're going to trip, you're going to fall, mistakes are going to happen over and over and over again, because the universe will let you see this is not who you're meant to be. Did you hear that? It is purposeful. It's not a failure. When you trip and fall, so many of you will say, I made so many mistakes. If I had only done it this way, if I had only done it that way. It's literally anytime you're doing something outside of the person you were meant to be, the universe will push back energetically. We are here for you. We are here for you. We are here to reinforce you. When you feel joy and when you feel happy, that's you being you. Do you understand that? That's you being you. When you are struggling to do, and just the pieces don't seem to quite fit, but you can kind of make them. There's one or two that don't quite come together easily, but that's the best you can do. Well, that's not you being you. That's you being who somebody else told you to be. And interestingly, when you try to be who they tell you to be, they will always find a reason why you're not succeeding. So this is what we're going to say to you. Remember, you are God experiencing life as you, specifically. If there's another in the room with you, look over there. They are exactly who God created them to be. You see, our M.E., this is exactly who she was created to be. She says it to her child often. Don't be like me and wait until you're 59 to become the fullness of who you were born to be. Well, listen to M.E. She knows a thing or two in this regard. Trust that you are here specifically to be you. No one else gets to tell you what that means. If it feels good to you, do it. If you find joy in your self-expression, express. If you find joy in creativity, create. That is what you're here to do. And interestingly, there are multiple realms of creativity. So many times, we have heard our M.E. say during her lifetime that I'm not very creative, you see. I'm not artistically talented like the rest of my family. That is true. She can't draw a tree, but she can write. She can speak eloquently without our intervention, you see. Yet, interestingly, she did not see her talents as creativity, because it wasn't like what another told her creativity was. Well, creativity is whatever brings you joy. Creativity is how you arrange a room. Creativity is how you cook your food. Creativity is how you choose to dress, you see. That is an expression of your creativity. Embrace it and be true to you. Don't worry about others outside your view. Don't worry what they think of you. Don't worry if they tell you to dress a certain way. They are not you. They are not you. Only you can do you. If nothing else you hear today, hear that only you can do you. So shh to the rest of them in the room who are giving you advice. First of all, Advice is nothing but somebody trying to fix you if you haven't asked for their advice. So all you have to say, excuse me, I didn't ask for your point of view. But you must be clear too when you are in conversation, you see, that you express what it is you need. You express what it is you need. Anytime any of you have a tendency to come forth negatively in complaint or bemoaning what is happening to you, another does try to fix it for you because they care for you and they don't want you to feel the pain in front of you. But interestingly, that always ends with some form of calamity. Either you leave the room feeling less than, or you have an argument, you see. So that used to happen often with our M.E. and her daughter, you see. So what do now? I'm calling to vent, which means, Mom, don't try to fix me. And that releases M.E. from really even having to listen, you see. She just needs to be the ear, but she doesn't need to buy into the emotion, you see. And with each and every one of you, it's very, very important that you put forth what it is you need. You put forth what it is you need to be you. Whether in conversation, in all interaction, in what it is you want to do with your life, you need to set the boundaries, and you need to set the boundaries on you. What will I accept from others, you see? When will I learn to use my voice effectively? So many times, because so many of you are used to being told to shh, keep quiet. You don't know how to express your point of view. Express your point of view. Calmly, peacefully, express your point of view. But it's okay, and it's really, really more than okay. It's literally your priority to make you your priority. What you need, you see, allows God to experience life as you. So put forth your point of view. Follow your dreams. Allow your resistance to release. Allow yourself to set boundaries, you see. Allow yourself to create endlessly. Whether it's drawing incessantly, or writing the words, singing, dancing, baking, cooking, etc., 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 gardening, whatever it is you love to do, that is your creative expression. Bring it through. Create, 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 you see, because you are the creator here to create as you. You are the creator here to create as you, something no one else can do. You are the creator of your reality. Let that be. Bring forth your energy. Bring forth your dreams and feel what they will feel like when they come through. Feel the energy, and the universe will respond exponentially. And what you can believe, we can bring so much more than you can conceive. Trust us when we say, here today, you are the creator, experiencing life as you. You are the creator. That is your truth. Allow that to be, and embrace the possibilities in front of you.